It is time now for our Campus Connection. We're going to do this every week. We're going to have campus photographers out at the tailgates with the cameras on their shoulders, taking videos of different fans. They can ask questions, and those questions, the best ones, will be answered here on the show. So let's start with our very first one. Comes from Ohio State.
Hi, I'm Sue Dendu. I'm a Columbus person, but I live in Urbana now, and we're big Buckeye fans. My husband, T, played on the 44 team. They were undefeated, one of only 6. And we're going to have a great season. I think Luke's going to do the job. Don't you think the Big Ten is going to do very well, particularly Ohio State? And do you agree with me that we will probably win our division?
How about Sue, a loyal Buckeyes fan? She wants to know whether or not you think they're going to win the Leaders Division. What do you think, Matt?
Absolutely. How could you argue with her? She knows it all. She's been around. She understands football to a T. I agree 100% with her.
So you're picking Ohio State to win the Leaders?
I'm agreeing with Sue, yes. That's what
So
I just said.
you're picking Ohio State to win the Leaders?
Got him.
Right.
Yeah.
I would pick Wisconsin, although I love Sue. I mean, I think Wisconsin right now is the best team in the Leaders. You'll have to wait and see play out. But you're picking Ohio State.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You know, I like Sue. I think she did a good job.
Terrific. Classmate at Macy's.
Husband played on the undefeated team. She knows her football, but I'd have to go the other way. I think Wisconsin is the best team.
The next question comes from a distinguished scholar in State College.
My name is Paul Frankhauser. I graduated in 1965 in mechanical engineering, and my question is, which quarterback is going to be the best quarterback for Penn State?
I mean, that is what it's all about. By my math, that guy is almost 70 years old. And that's what he's wearing in the game. I mean, that's great. Let's answer his question, though. Who's the quarterback?
Well, you know, for me, I've been on the McGloin bandwagon, and I think he should be the guy. Rob Bolden has done a good job. I don't think he did anything this past weekend to lose his job. Matter of fact, he had a couple of guys drop a couple balls, but I think he's going to be an outstanding player. But I believe McGloin is the guy that should lead the team, and they can have some success with him.
I would continue to play both of them. As you know, I'm more of a Rob Bolden fan. If I had to play one, it would be Rob Bolden. But I don't think either one of them can win the game by themselves for Penn State. I don't think they've separated themselves, and neither one of them are dominant players right now.
Neither one lost the game for them last week. Or, you know, obviously they weren't going to lose to Indiana State. But no turnovers in the game. They only had 2 such games last year. So you have to feel good about that. But clearly the question as to who should be the quarterback still hasn't been answered. We had another good one from State College.
Hi, this is Brad Mueller, Penn State graduate, class of 2005. What do you guys think the impact will be of Nebraska joining the Big Ten?
Interesting one. Let's start with the short-term impact. What do you think?
I think they compete right away for the leaders. They're going to change the style of some of the defenses because they're going to pose a unique attack on offense.
I think long-term, I know we talked about short-term, but I think long-term, as the Big Ten continues to move forward and has a success with the quality of teams that they have, this is going to become considered by most people out there the most dominant conference in the country. It'll be the Big Ten. People won't be talking about the SEC.
Long-term effect, I think, is really going to show up in recruiting. Now that Nebraska is part of the Big Ten, and a lot of the Big Ten area has a lot of players, I want to tell you, Nebraska, the state of Nebraska, they got a lot of good players. Most of them, they're going to go to Nebraska. They're not going to leave. I think the impact in the Big Ten states recruiting felt by Nebraska is to be significant.
Yeah, and I think all the Big Ten schools are going to expand their boundaries some too. And I go back to Wisconsin playing on Thursday night and Michigan State playing on Friday night. I think when they added and made it 2 6-team divisions, I think the league's going to take on a little bit more of a national scope in recruiting, which I think they're going to have to.
Well, I agree. What I'm saying is, though, Nebraska's going to flock to those Big Ten areas. I don't see the Big Ten schools flocking to Nebraska to recruit. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's get to one more, and for this one we go to Columbus.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I am from Canton, Ohio, here with alumni this weekend, alumni cheerleaders, that is. And my question is, how many Big Ten teams do you think are going to make it to a bowl game this season?
What do you got, Mace?
Ashley from Canton, Stark County, cheerleader. Very impressive. 9. I think 9 teams of the Big Ten will make it to bowl games.
I'm going 10.
10?
10.
I'm going 9. I'm going to hang out with Mason.
All right, that's fair.
You're right. You're wrong.
That's fair.
As always.
Write it down.
Had 10 bowl eligible. Remember the first year that the BTN was on the air, 2007. 8 made it to bowl games. There's another bowl opportunity, and there's more bowls too, so you could have some spots that aren't filled. 10 would be awfully good. Certainly could happen. Fun stuff with Campus Connection. We'll be at Nebraska, Illinois, Michigan State next week, so look for the cameras.